Hello my friends, $1 mold throwing knife versus $500 custom throwing knife. What are the main differences? Today I will explain you everything. So let's get started. Alright guys, so let's jump into it. So I would say in knife throwing we have three categories. Cheap one, medium and high-end, the most expensive throwing knives. So let's start from the cheapest what you can get on the market. So usually it's very bad. You have seen it in my intro, the knife was barely visible, and that's actually the kunai. You can see it in many movies, Naruto, video games, but usually if you are a beginner and you are buying this from the website, you have no idea how this is going to be big or weight. Sometimes the sellers are not even saying this. So if you will get something like this and you are a beginner, you have problem. These knife, especially from the targets like this, gonna rebound, and this can hurt you really bad because of load weight. The knife will rebound from the target very fast, so you have to be always careful on that. Advantage of this, you can get many of these cheap throwing knives for very cheap price. You know, I would say there was, back in the day, it was like a $20 for like a 12 of them or something like this, almost like a $1 per knife. Maybe even more of them was in the sheet, I'm not sure exactly, but back in the day this was very cheap, you know. But now, because of the inflation, I don't think they are $1 anymore. But like I said, yeah, you can start with this, no problem. I will show you some more examples. So this one, again, like a, it's called Ruko name, already bent tip, a little bit heavier than the previous one, but also still really suck. I don't like this very much. Then we have this, it's like a dragon shape, you know. I like to collect these crazy shapes just for the fun, but if you are a beginner, definitely don't go for it, you know. Especially if the knife have more holes, it's going to break sooner or later. As you can see, this one broke exactly in one of these holes. Can you see? Now it looks like a Batarang, Batman. So yeah, these are also definitely really bad, you know. Only technique that is good for it, it's like this conventional or the military house pin, but otherwise it's really suck, you know. So of course you can sometimes find for cheap price even pretty good models, you know, like these. I would not say they are super good, but they can do the job, because as you can see, compared to this one, this is way bigger, heavier, but again you can see these fancy holes. It makes absolutely no sense, you know. The knife, it's already light, so why to make it even lighter, right? But this will work actually for any technique you want to try. No spin, house spin. This is pretty good knife, you know, for the price. I don't remember exactly how much were these, but I would say maybe like $20 or something like that for three. So yeah, that's the category. Of course you can make knives on your own, the spikes as I was showing before, but now let's go into the medium category, you know. So if you will pay a little bit extra, I would say from about $40 up to $70-80, you can get this medium category. So these are the knives that I started with. It's Gill Hibens. This is classic Osetr shape that I will show you later in the custom version, and these are perfect for the beginning. No spin, house spin, full spin, any technique. Only disadvantage is they were sharp, you know, so you definitely don't want sharp throwing knives if you are starting, but these are awesome, you know. So if you are a thrower on the budget, you can go for the Gill Hibens, definitely recommend it. And there's of course cold steel, you know, if you are looking for like a EDC chopper that you also want to throw it, recommend this GI Tanto. This is disadvantage that handles are often breaking very soon, so you want to wrap it in like a duct tape or something like that. You definitely have to upgrade it. And also had this one. This was, I think, a company name, it's like a Rough Rider or something like this, and this was the first knife that I made like a 5 or 6 meters no spin, so I have a good memory for this one. So yeah, as you can see, also you can start and enjoy knife throwing for the medium category as well, and it will definitely improve your skills compared to trash very cheap ones. All right, you know, a lot of people are doing mistake that they are buying many of these throwing knives. You know, as you can see, if you would buy all of that, this is like a price for custom throwing knives that I will show you in just a second. So yeah, keep that in mind and rather save a little bit more money for the better knives that I will show you right now. So after the medium category, this used to be still in the medium category now, but now I am putting them a little bit higher, and those are the army knives and the bayonets. So first one I want to show you, our classic, is the VZ58, definitely legendary Czech bayonet. You can put it on the VZA rifle, but it's amazing also throwing knife, but it's need to be in the full tank version like this one. Perfect for any technique, it's not sharp and very awesome. But you know, these used to be almost like a for free, you know, so cheap, but now they're becoming like a very expensive. And the same thing for my Glock 78, you know, this also cost only a few bucks, but now it's again expensive knife. So yeah, this is the medium category and the army knives, but now let's go for the custom throwing knives, you know. So custom throwing knives, it could be from 100 up to unlimited almost, you know, because you can get diamonds on your throwing knife, whatever, you know. So I will start first about what you need for practice. For serious practice, you definitely don't need anything fancy. So perfect switch from this Gill Hibens for me back in the day, it was go for this Osetr shape. This is custom made, and as we can compare it to the Gill Hibben, almost the same shape, but of course this one it's way better because it's heavier, thicker, it was not sharp, you know. So this is absolutely amazing for any technique. This is made by the company that I work with, the Wulflund, so you can check it out in the link in the description below. Knife, it's called Osetr. So this one, it's really cool, and like I said, universal for any technique. This is really important because some of these shapes that I will show you in a bit are more focused on the no spin and instinctive throwing. So Osetr, highly recommend it. There's also shape from Michael Busby, as you can see, way different. This was inspired by the Japanese knives. This is called Tanto or something like this. So also very cool in USA. And by the Wulflund, I also have the top dog because I wanted to show you that in the 21st century, knife throwing also can be taken like in the tactical method. You know, you can wear it on this awesome Kydex sheet, draw it really fast, and top dog, it's also one of my favorite throwing knives. Very cool, especially like it for the instinctive house spin throwing, no spin, very cool, and very love this sheet. So this is all you need for the practice. If you are serious in the spin throwing, you can always go for the Bowie. This one is by the Acejet. For the spin throwing, it's better to have longer blades, heavier one, so you can also count the rotation. So it's way better. And after this category, we go into the collectors category, because like I said, this is all you need for the practice. But if you want something nice that you will show your friends that you can brag about when they will come to visit you. You can always go for special items. So maybe I can start to talk about this one. This is made by famous Italian knife maker named by Oronzo Troso. He was always crafting each knife by hand, so every knife it's unique, and the cost was like €100 8 years ago. So I'm not sure how they would cost now, but really amazing work with these. We can check it out. I showed you, maybe I forgot. So these are for my no spin throwing. You always see it in my videos. I keep them rough because I don't care. These are for my practice. I like the Stingers Acejet in the shadow steel. So these are also very cool. But Acejet also have this engraved version. This is like a knight in the 24 karat gold. But as you can see, still same shape. So maybe if you want like a fancy throwing knife for the competition, this would be also cool. And this is sheath made by my friend Wolf from Germany. This is super cool. But this is actually for the Glock knife. So you can put the Glock knife here. I think, yeah, it should be a little bit looser because this is sheath for the fast draw, you know, so you are able to draw it fast. So this was really nice gift by my friend Wolf. But as you can see, it's kind of fitting also very nice the Stingers. I really like it. And for the collector also we have this Acejet Dagger. This one is also really cool, but like I said, this one it's more like for the fancy collection, because I'm not sure in competition if you would use this. Maybe some people would. It's really good for the throwing. So this is really awesome. And of course there is the best for the last, one of my favorite pieces in the collection, and this is Bowie by my friend in Poland, Maciek. He's very great artist, tattoo artist, but also very talented blacksmith. So this knife, it's actually all handcrafted, include sheath and everything. It's absolutely handmade on this knife, hand forged. That's why it cost $500. Each knife it's unique, and it's absolutely amazing piece of work, you know. But now let's say about disadvantage first. So I would say if you have such a beautiful knife in your collection, you almost don't want to throw it. You want to keep it very nice, and I was so sad when I dropped it like on the ground when I was filming some video, and I already chipped the tip. It's also a little bit chipped. So this will make you really mad if you're gonna destroy even a little bit such an expensive knife. So if you don't want to throw it and have it like on the display, I think that would be maybe better for such a beautiful knife, or throw it only occasionally, like a very rare. But I really love it. And otherwise the advantage is like everybody will love it when they will see it in your collection. They will ask you about this knife. But otherwise, if I would want to practice the spin throwing, I would definitely go for the simple version. It doesn't make sense to destroy your precious knife. So guys, let me know, what do you prefer from this collection? Are you like to save more and maybe get the cheaper throwing knives, medium section, custom throwing knives? So let me know in the comment section below, alright? And as always, if you want to support the channel, there's going to be a link for the Wulflund website and also for the Acejet. You can order from these two, alright? But for today, that's it. So thank you everybody for watching. Share, like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.